You've been kept in the dark about wealth creation. While you've been chasing paychecks, the ultra-wealthy have been playing an entirely different game, one with rules they'd prefer to keep to themselves. What I'm about to share isn't theoretical. These are the exact strategies billionaires use daily, strategies that transformed ordinary people into some of the wealthiest individuals on the planet. But first, a warning. Once you see how the wealth elite truly operate, you can never return to conventional thinking. The income trap they hope you'll never escape has put a ceiling on your wealth, and it's your paycheck mentality. When Jeff Bezos launched Amazon, he wasn't dreaming of a better salary. He was creating an ownership machine that would eventually generate billions. While you trade precious hours for dollars, billionaires build assets that multiply their worth even while they sleep. Ask yourself, how many hours did you work last week? Now ask, how many of those hours created something that will pay you forever? The harsh truth? Your financial freedom depends entirely on abandoning the income-first mindset that keeps most people trapped. But that's just the beginning. Warren Buffett reads 500-plus pages daily, not because he enjoys it, but because he understands the exponential power of compound knowledge. Most people completely misunderstand compounding. They see it as a financial concept, while billionaires apply it to everything: relationships, knowledge, opportunities, and yes, money. The magic happens because compounding creates exponential curves that start deceptively flat before exploding upward. This explains why Buffett's wealth didn't truly explode until his later years. While most investors sabotage themselves with impatience, billionaires plant seeds they know might take decades to fully bloom. But here's what they don't tell you. The compounding that creates billion-dollar fortunes isn't just about patience. It's about strategic acceleration. Billionaires deliberately create compounding loops where each asset generates resources to acquire even more assets. You've probably heard that billionaires take big risks. That's only partially true, and missing the critical distinction could cost you everything. The ultra-wealthy don't gamble. They take calculated risks with asymmetric potential, limited downside with massive upside. While you might fear losing $1,000 on an investment, billionaires structure deals where they might lose $1 million but potentially gain $100 million. Here's the counterintuitive part. Billionaires often concentrate enormous portions of their wealth in areas where they have insider knowledge or unique advantages. This directly contradicts the generic diversify everything advice pushed on everyday investors. Elon Musk invested his entire fortune into Tesla and SpaceX because he understood these industries at a level others simply couldn't match. The wealthiest people diversify strategically, not blindly, and they're willing to go all in when they see opportunity others can't recognize. I'm not the smartest, but I surround myself with competent people. These words from Henry Ford reveal perhaps the most underrated wealth strategy: team leverage. Average entrepreneurs fear hiring people smarter than themselves. Billionaires actively seek them out, creating talent compounds that multiply their impact exponentially. When you study any billion-dollar success story, you'll discover this pattern repeatedly. Behind every ultra-wealthy individual stands an exceptional team that amplifies their vision beyond what any single person could achieve. What most people miss, this isn't just about hiring good people. It's about creating ecosystems where extraordinary talent naturally gravitates toward your vision. The truly wealthy don't just hire great people. They build environments that attract and retain the best minds in their fields. The wealthy approach taxes fundamentally differently than everyone else, and it's costing you thousands every single year. While you focus on deductions, billionaires design their entire financial existence around tax efficiency. They understand that when, where, and how you receive income often matters more than the amount itself. The ultra-wealthy create sophisticated structures using trusts, strategic entity planning, and precise timing of transactions. They don't avoid taxes. They legally minimize them while maximizing reinvestment potential. What would change if you kept an additional 15 to 20% of your income each year and reinvested it? Over decades, this difference alone can create. Building wealth without protecting it is like filling a bucket with a hole in the bottom. The ultra-wealthy understand that protection isn't just about insurance. It's about creating multiple defensive layers through strategic legal structures, sophisticated estate planning, and jurisdictional diversification. While most focus exclusively on growth, billionaires balance offensive strategies, investing, business development, with defensive measures, asset protection, succession planning. They know that a single lawsuit, regulatory change, or market collapse can destroy decades of wealth building if proper protections aren't in place. The wealthiest families maintain their fortunes across generations precisely because they prioritize preservation alongside growth, a balance most financial advisors fail to emphasize. Despite unlimited resources, many billionaires maintain surprisingly modest lifestyles relative to their wealth. Warren Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. Mark Zuckerberg often wears the same simple clothes each day. This isn't mere frugality. It reflects a fundamental mindset that separates consumption from wealth building. The ultra-wealthy intuitively understand that purchasing depreciating luxury items diminishes capital that could otherwise generate significant ongoing returns. More importantly, they recognize that focus and mental clarity are their most valuable assets. They deliberately eliminate decisions that don't directly contribute to their core objectives, creating environments optimized for consistent high performance. You don't need billions to apply these principles. Start exactly where you are. Shift from income to assets by directing at least 30% of your earnings toward investments that appreciate or generate passive income. Identify your knowledge edge and ask yourself in which specific domain you could develop expertise where others lack insight. Map your compounding strategy and consider which assets in your life, knowledge, relationships, investments, could create exponential rather than linear returns. Review your protection plan and ask if your current wealth is properly structured to withstand potential legal challenges. Audit your network and consider if you're deliberately building relationships with people who elevate your thinking